Ooh, wow, that's the moment we have all been waiting for. You will have many time to take pictures later. Karin, what a beautiful truck.
Yeah, I mean...
what do you like the most about the truck?
I have to gather myself a bit. But I mean, I really, really think it's an amazing design. But maybe even more importantly, we worked really, really hard on the aerodynamics, and we improved the aerodynamics compared to the conventional eActros a lot. And I know that will make a huge difference for our customers because that means better cost of operation.
Yeah, and as I just said, we will have a lot of time to take pictures. You will have a lot of time. We will hear more about the design in a few minutes. But first of all, I would like to invite someone else here on stage. He was the lucky one, to drive the eActros 600 on stage. So please welcome the project lead of the eActros 600, Tilman Moloch. Tilman, I can see the smile on your face as project lead of the eActros 600. Tell us, how does it feel driving the eActros 600?
Well, actually, I have to say the eActros 600 surprised me twice.
Okay.
First time getting into it, I found it astonishingly easy to drive. If you know how to drive a diesel truck, you know everything you need to know to drive this truck. And yeah.
Yeah, and you talked about two surprises. What's the second one?
Well, the second surprise was as soon as I got back into a diesel truck, then I was really missing the quick response to the pedal and the low noise and comfortable driving of the eActros 600. So if you get a chance to drive, make a test drive, absolutely. Yeah.
Karin, let's get to the hard facts. One of the most important criteria for fleet operators are the total cost of ownership, TCO, compared with the diesel truck. Is the eActros 600 cost competitive?
Yeah, well, it's obviously the question, and most of our customers are operating on quite slim margins. So for sure, if they're going to make the switch from diesel to electric, it has to make sense from a cost perspective. And the eActros will be more expensive to buy than a conventional Actros, but most of our customers are looking at a lot at the cost of operation, and there it will be less expensive to operate because it's more energy efficient than a conventional truck, and generally electricity is less expensive than diesel. And if you also look at what's happening now with road tolls, where we see advantages for electric trucks, we think that for many customers, the lower operating cost actually starts to offset the higher purchase price. So we think it does make sense for many to start to make the switch now.
Yeah. Tilman, Karin mentioned that the eActros 600 can drive to up to 500 kilometers with one single charge. How about to take a closer look at the batteries?
Yeah, absolutely. We have 3 battery packs installed in the truck. Each battery pack has a capacity of 207 kilowatt hours. So that makes a total of 621 kilowatt hours that we have installed in the truck. And Karin, you just mentioned that we need to be cost competitive to the diesel. And that means we have to have a long-lasting battery. Here we have a lithium iron phosphate, or short LFP technology installed. And this allows us that the batteries are still in an exceptionally good condition after 1.2 million kilometers in operation and 10 years. Then also we have the eAxle you just mentioned, in-house development and in-house production, which is very efficient. And then also the aerodynamic exterior, all this package that gives us the capability to go 500 kilometers on one charge in real life.
Wow. Karin, I heard you took some time to observe the battery testing yourself.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I was with my management team in Finland this winter, so I know for a fact it was really cold. It was like minus 25. So I know the truck works really, really well in cold temperatures. And obviously, we've also tested it in hot temperatures in Spain. So I would feel very safe to tell our customers that it will deliver regardless of the temperature.
Tilman, I know there are a lot of impressive technical features integrated on this new truck, but as project lead, what are some of the highlights you would like to point out?
Yeah, like you said, we have multiple features, especially the assistance and safety systems that we have on board. They go actually beyond the requirements of the general safety regulation that comes into effect in 2024. And then just give you an example, we are fusing the data of the radar systems and of the camera system together. And by this, we have a much wider range in front and on the side of the vehicle that we can observe. And just for instance, the Active Brake Assist 6, it recognizes pedestrians and cyclists, even up to a vehicle speed of 60 kilometers an hour. And if necessary, it can make an emergency brake automatically. Then also we have crash elements on the side of the vehicle with integrated crash sensors. And if a crash is detected, the system will shut down and bring the batteries into a safe state. But also not only safety, but efficiency is, of course, our focus. And for that, the predictive powertrain control, it takes in the data of the topography of the road ahead, of traffic signs, but also of the planned road of a navigation system. And with all this data, it makes the best out of the energy on board by avoiding unnecessary braking or acceleration.
Okay. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, when I saw the eActros 600 for the very first time, I was especially impressed by the design. With that in mind, I'd like to ask another expert to the stage, Gunay Koll. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Gunay, you are part of the Mercedes-Benz truck design team, and tell us, how did the team come up with the current design that led to this beautiful, beautiful truck?
It's definitely beautiful. To create such a progressive design, we call it the Pro Cabin here. You know, that's a long process, and you need a lot of patience, but the wait was worth. So what we see here today is really stunning, and I'm really excited. You can't see my goosebumps, but I think you can feel it here in the air. So the first thing what we do to create a vision is always we use a pen and a piece of blank paper. And to come up with an idea like this, we worked over the years on numerous design studies, as you know, and this was basically our own source of creative inspiration. So the first thing what we did was we've sent this beauty, the vehicle, to the gym to get in shape like a high-performance athlete who trains for a new performance, electric drive. And due to the different drive, we had the opportunity to get rid of some technical or some requirements, some elements, and we sculptured a really nice vehicle here. And due to the different drive, we had the opportunity to sculpt clean and pure forms in a very seamless way. And we can see it here. We gave this beauty a little nice and sensual automotive treatment. We minimized gaps with flush integrated details.
Karin already mentioned that air resistance is one of the key factors, main factors influencing the energy consumption. So this design, this clean aerodynamic design, probably contributes to the promised range.
It actually does, yeah, because every little detail counts, and this pays into efficiency to maximize aerodynamic performance. So everything what we have done was basically very much purpose-driven. And we asked ourselves, what is our contribution? What can we do to reduce air drag?
Gunay, we talked so much about the car. Can you show us some examples right at the vehicle, please?
Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Let's get a little closer to the vehicle. I mean, people, look at these stunning proportions here. So what we designed everything as a cohesive singular unit. And I mean, I'm still so impressed because look at these generously shaped and nice surfaces here with big radii. It's just beautiful. I'm still fascinated. So, Christian, the horizontal split here, which separates the cabin from the chassis, we have had the opportunity to also sculpture those little details here. We created this, we call it the aero channel, which controls and directs the flow of air around the vehicle with a really seamless form. So we also combined functional elements such as the headlamp, the grille, and the step plates here in these so-called tech islands, which create a contrasting and also technical aesthetic. What also sticks to the eye, but actually doesn't stick out of the vehicle, is how we cleverly integrated technical parts, such as the radar system, here within the headlamp behind the glass. So you see, progressive design, it's not just about aesthetics. For us, it's to find the real balance between the functional elements and the pure sculpture.
Thank you so much for showing us those impressive
Welcome.
details. And Karin, let's move to the center stage now, because I think there is probably one important question we all have in mind. What is the exact timeline for the release, for the production of the eActros 600?
Yes, well, we will do start of sales this year in just a few weeks. And we already started dialogues with some customers. So we have signed letters of intents for a couple of thousand trucks. And then we will go into series production at the end of next year.
With that in mind, we're almost at the end of this public world premiere, but what should we take definitely with us, Karin?
Okay, so maybe 3 points that you should remember. Well, first of all, obviously, the truck itself, the eActros 600, it's built in the same way and designed as any truck from Mercedes-Benz, and it should be a truck you can trust. The components are made for 10 years or 1.2 million kilometers. Very much improved aerodynamics, and of course, that you can run this truck on one charge 500 kilometers. So that's the first. Secondly, that electric trucking can be a profitable alternative to diesel already today. And thirdly, we talked a lot about the truck today, but I also want to say that we are ready to support our customers on the journey to electrification. Some are well underway, others are just getting started, and there is a few still kind of not knowing how to get started. But we are ready to do that journey step by step together, to consult the customers on which routes to electrify first, how to set up the charging, and we want to be a partner in this to step by step make sure that our customers are successful in the transition to electric trucking.